Hello guys, today we're going to be doing a video where we're solving absolute value inequalities using Desmos, the NC test version. Again guys, I don't see why we can't do this way just because you get to use this on the exam. So let's go ahead and get started. It says solve the following inequality algebraically. Just so you know, this is not algebraically, this is graphically what we're going to do here. So we're going to go ahead and type this exact inequality into Desmos. To get the absolute value bars, you're going to click on this keyboard down here, this keyboard, and you're going to click on this A with the absolute value bars. And then we're going to type it in, x minus 1. To get out of the absolute value bars, I use this arrow key, and then is greater than or equal to 14. All right, so this is how I solved it. And as you can see, I zoomed out a little because I had to. Here is my answer. Notice that x, so if I zoom in, x is negative 13, and all the x's are smaller. So how are we going to write that? That's going to be x is less than, and it's equal to, because it's a solid line, and the original symbol is solid. So x is less than negative 13. And then notice that it's going in the opposite direction. On this side, the shaded area is the answer. So that means that we cannot write this as a compounded inequality. So we are going to go here. X is 15. Again, I'm zooming in and out of the Desmos graph to see the numbers. So I'm going to put or. Then I have x is bigger than 15 because over here I got 16, 17, 18. So x is greater than or equal to 15. And bam, that is how I get my answer using Desmos. So let's go ahead and see if it works. And it did. Awesome. All right. Notice that we did not do it algebraically. We did it graphically, which again, you know, you're going to have resources in the future to use that. Now, the important thing here is learning to determine whether you can write it together or separate. So just so you could see what something with a compounded inequality would look like, you would flip the sign and notice that this one would be a compounded inequality where you start at negative 13 and you go all the way to 15. But again, that is if the symbol were different, and that was not our example. So let's go ahead and try another one. I'm going to try absolute value inequalities level 2. Nope, not equations. Inequalities level 2 right here. Let's see if we can type this one in. And again, this is why I highly recommend using Desmos NC test version. When sometimes you're struggling, x minus 3. To get out of that, I'm going to use my left arrow. Minus 1 is less than 15. Always double check your inequality as you're typing it in. Ooh, so if we look at this one, again, we're not solving it algebraically. We're using it graphically. We want to start from the smallest number to the largest number. So the smallest number is, that looks like it's negative 1. So we're going to start with negative 1. And because it's a compounded inequality, I'm going to write it together from negative 1 to positive 7. So x is less than, negative 1 is less than x, which is less than, and then we go all the way to, that looks like 7. Again, if you need to zoom in to determine those numbers, please do so. And there's our answer. All right, awesome. Let's see. Let me try another one. I'm going to do this one in Spanish for my Spanish-speaking students. Entonces, vamos a poner la ecuación exactamente como se ve. Aquí está el valor absoluto, x más 1. Para salirse, escuchen el botón hacia la izquierda. Es mayor que 48. ¿Ok? Y fíjense que cuando va para los dos lados, uno se va hacia la izquierda y el otro se va a la derecha, no lo puedes escribir junto. So when I do this example, I'm going to the left and the right. So that tells me I cannot write it together. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in and write the first inequality. Voy a hacer el primero. Parece que este es negativo 12. Negativo 12 es, todas las x van a la mano izquierda. Todos los números están más chiquitos que negativo 12. Entonces podríamos decir x, negativo 12 es mayor que x, o lo podrías escribir X es menor que negativo 12. Ese tiene más sentido si lo escribo con la X primero, pero de las dos formas funciona, porque todos los valores son menor que negativo 12. So be careful on that one because I started writing it backwards just a minute ago. All your x's have to be smaller, so x is less than negative 12. And then over here, if you notice, all your x's are greater than 10. So tenemos que poner el símbolo or porque es separado. And then x is greater than 10. And again, be careful with the symbols, and we're going to submit our answer. Bam. And we really could do this for all of the absolute value inequalities in this problem. So even if I go up to level 3, so let me type in one with level 3. 3, absolute value, 10 minus x, absolute value, minus 2 is less than 7. So again, here it gives me the answer. So we're going to have, this is 7. Starts, again, we're looking at our x values because we're trying to solve for x. So here it's x is in between 7, because the shaded area is the answer. It's in between 7 and all the way to 13. Entonces, este se escribe junto porque el área empieza del 7 al 13. So we're going to start with 7 is the smallest number. And then it's the less than symbol always when it's a compounded inequality. And then it goes all the way to 13, which is less than 13. So this way is so much easier just because you don't have to do all the algebra. I know I should have shown you this way first, but hey, I'm a math teacher. I got to make you do work. All right, guys. So if you need help with this, just let me know via email. But other than that, rewatch the video because I did explain things a little bit fast. But hopefully that helps you solve all absolute value inequalities. Make sure you're using the NC Desmos test version as well. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye-bye.